Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the Bunnings NPC. We're running very late at the moment, so the game has just kicked off between Auckland and Tasman. We are about to set up our headphones.
Wasn't my fault.
Wasn't Mum's fault at all. It was the Wi-Fi's fault. Always blame the Wi-Fi.
Always.
But it was the Wi-Fi. It always plays up. So at the moment, just getting the cables and whatnot. But I hope everyone's doing well. Adrian Choate having a good run on the outside, and it looks like straight away Auckland are going to be the aggressors.
Who do we want Tasman to win, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're impartial.
Who do you want? You want Tasman to win? Auckland are a good side, though. Good run forward from Tasman. Yep. You got bud?
Oh, these ones.
Gotta take what you're given at this point. And also we got the hello says chat. Welcome in, mate. Wow. That was almost already a try, but Harry Plummer has to clean it up, and it's a goal line dropout in favour of the Tasman Marco.
Mm.
Okay, there's a couple men down already. That doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
I want to say it was Berry who went in. Oh, yeah, nah. Collided with his own player. And, yeah, that doesn't look too flash. At the moment, this is going to be Angus Ta'aval down. I think that's just something that they're taught at the Chiefs, because Sam Cane injured David Harvey last match, didn't he? And hello says Jad, and also hi Hamish says cool bros, welcome in. And also this not getting me moderate. I don't know what I say. Up all night last night and today doing things again. He's Brandon down, and Tasman Marco's going to smash Auckland, says a Rugby Gamer. So this is a bit of a stoppage in play. Just checking both of the players' spinal regions. One of those positions that you certainly don't want to rush when there is a bit of an injury.
And obviously the guy on the ground isn't.
Okay, Angus Ta'aval's bleeding out of somewhere because that guy was wiping the blood off. Although I don't know where he's bleeding from.
It must be on the forehead.
You think?
Yeah.
It's a forehead is very bashed in, isn't it? Okay, he's all right.
No, it can't be on the forehead then.
No, he's going back to the team.
Otherwise he would have been bloodbitten, wouldn't he?
You got to feel for the man. He's a prop, and he's got to run like 50 metres down there to join up with the squad again. Meanwhile, teammate is staying down, so I don't think he's going to be getting up. And also, are you going to be doing the commentary for the Wellington game? We certainly are. That's going to be myself and my mum doing the commentary for the Ramfurly Shield Challenge. Who do you think's taking out that game, Chad? Do let me know. And hey, mum says Interactive Sports.
How's it going?
Man, it was...
Got conned into this one too.
Did you? No.
Yes.
You were keen for the match. I mean, Tasman Auckland's about as big as it gets for the old Bunnings NPC, I'd say. Yeah, it's a nice rivalry starting to film or starting to build. Me and Tony, we filmed the other night. We did a review. He was doing it in stop motion.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Josh Berry's game looks like it's going to be up now. I mean, it says 4 minutes on our clock. It's actually only a minute. That's going to annoy me with how tangled that is. And the thing is, my next move here determines how much worse it gets.
I know. Why don't you just unplug it and...
Yeah, no.
Unplug it.
Did it. You think?
Yep.
I mean, I don't really need to hear too much of the game yet, do I?
No, because they're going on about the
injuries.
Yeah.
That'll do. Not too bad. And Wellington is going to lose. And I'm going to the game, says Cool Bros and Hawke's Bay for the win. Cool. Going to support my boys. Don't want to jinx it because they might lose, says Cool Bros. Yeah, I think this is probably, I would say, the most challenging Shield challenge on paper this year.
Yeah. Because
they versed Counties Manukau, and it was an extremely close game. So Lane's off the field now, and that is going to be Dalzell. Oh, it might have been his blood.
Yeah.
That Angus Ta'aval had on him. Jamie Lane. Yeah, no, that doesn't look too good for him. He's got to go off the field.
At least he's walking off, though.
Right, Harry Plummer about to do the goal line dropout. Bit of an anticlimactic start to the match. Only 1 minute into the game. It's funny, we were late for the first 11 seconds. We only got to see a minute, and now we've been here for 5.
Yeah.
Oh, Angus Ta'aval going off for an HIA.
Well, it's a head clash, so he has to.
Okay. And also, I think the lagging made me seem drunker than I actually was. But to be fair, I had a fair head steamer. Yeah, I said that very weird, didn't I?
You did.
Struggle with that one. But Yeah, I mean, some people enjoyed it. For some reason, it seems to be a thing now. Anytime I get a guest on, there's at least one person who tells me to get rid of my guest.
Really?
Like, yeah, which I feel like is pretty rough.
Well, they're
Rugby
still-
Itch
still
had it as
watching,
well.
Tell them to go away.
That's going to be pushed
Maybe
to
I
the
should
touch
be
now.
a guest next time.
You pull the fingers at them and
Yeah,
then
I'll tell them.
get me in trouble.
Yeah. Picking on my boy like that.
No, they're not picking on me. They're picking on anyone
Yeah, but
else.
they're picking on who you're talking to as well. So
The Hawke's Bay is going to win, says Chad. Yeah, they've got a decent chance. I believe they come in as favourites for that contest. But yeah, like I mentioned, I think Wellington on paper, like looking through at their lineup, they've got Perenara, and there I believe their back three is going to involve Julian Savia and Nihi Monaskata. Once again, I'll just have to have a quick look, make sure that I have got the right stats there. And also Wellington, says Brandon, who is going to be able to get themselves the win.
Yeah, good game to go to.
Tell you what, that would have been a good game. 44-39, Counties Manukau and Canterbury.
Wow, Canterbury only just got it.
Yeah, they were about 20 points ahead that I saw at one stage. And also we get there, thanks for sticking up for the guest mum, says Distracted Sports.
No worries.
And there as well. But yeah, the back three, it's going to be Julian Savia and actually Ruben Love instead. They have actually ditched Nihi Monaskata, probably due to injury again.
Well, he's been one unlucky player, hasn't he?
Yep. Every time
Yeah.
he has a chance, just ends up breaking, unfortunately. He was playing in the USA for a little bit of time, which was quite nice.
Would have enjoyed that.
And also we have got there from Chris Brown, that's one that he's just trying to get a bit of a reaction, I think. And also they won last time, says Chad. And there, yeah, Wellington, they've got a good side. And looking through at the midfield for Hawke's Bay, Stacey Ely and Danny Tuala, Chase Tiatia is at the back there. Ollie Satsford, Jonah Lowe, Lincoln McClutchy, Brad Weber. That's a good side to be able to have. Whereas Wellington, their backline doesn't look too bad either. Proctor and Umunga Jensen in the midfield. We're 3 minutes into this game and we've got another little bit of a stoppage here just for the scrum feed. Your Hawke's Bay did win last time in Wellington, says Cool Bros.
So what number Shield Challenge is this one?
Oh, for Hawke's Bay?
Yeah.
I'll have a quick look. Because they've had a few, haven't they?
Oh, it's
Been working
seems
hard.
to have.
Or do we count matches that they've played up against sides that we're never going to win? Like, as in, like, when they versed Poverty Bay and won 95 points to 22?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
still
you'd
a
have to
Shield
count it, wouldn't
challenge.
you?
It's still a challenge.
Okay, so for Hawke's Bay, we've got another scrum reset here, unfortunately.
It's going to be that sort of game, isn't it?
But
Should we
stoppish,
phrase
isn't
something
it?
else? Do a quiz. No.
No, it could be a quiz at half-time, perhaps.
Oh, I've got to go feed Lemmy.
So they won it up against Otago on the 4th of October 2020. Then they've had 1, 2, 3 challenges in 2020. They also
Oh, they still
had
didn't they lose
4,
it?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is their 15th challenge. Boy, they've been close in their last couple. 1 point win over Counties Manukau, 2 point win over North Harbour. Southland got beaten by 45 points, but they don't count.
And amazing how they the challenging team goes so well. You know, probably a lot better than they would in a normal game.
And also we got their Marco 54-10. And this is Chad. And also we have got their no not this weekend too busy. And then also, but it is different lineups for this game. And yeah, Hawke's Bay did win last time. And also we have got their, it depends on the health. I've got COVID at the moment, says Distracted Sports. That's no good. When did you pick up that? Because you would have been out at the event before that, wouldn't you? Or actually, sorry, after having these symptoms, maybe. So hopefully you haven't passed it on to all your clients. That would be a bit unfortunate. But at least he's leaving a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be another scrum to Tasman. Come on, boys. Stop putting the ball down.
Yeah, start Western the other night.
This is one of those games that I think everyone on paper thought it was going to be a quick pace running game of rugby.
Yeah.
But it hasn't quite had that yet. We've had that slow, methodical build to hopefully a crescendo. Is crescendo the top or crescendo the bottom? Because I always think of crash and burn, but like, I don't think that's right. No wonder I failed music.
Big crowd.
There are quite a few empty seats, aren't there?
Yeah.
It's because the beer's too expensive.
Oh.
Also got a positive test this morning. Yeah, I probably did a fair bit of spreading it around Northland, says Distracted Sports. That's a big push from the Aucklanders, and that is going to be now a penalty in favour of Auckland. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck right in the middle. Congratulating all of the boys for that one, and Hawke's Bay will probably win by like 5 points or 2. Says Cool Bros, and also a sub to the Kiwi Lad, says Chad. Do appreciate that a lot, mate. And also Auckland 23-13. Scary's prediction for this one. A legal wheeling penalty against Tasman. Oh, that one. Harry Plummer about to kick this one for the touchline. Realise we've still got Marvel Stadium in the background. We'll get rid of that because, of course, that has bad memories for some people. There we go. We've got Eden Park now in the background.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, we've got Eden Park.
Eden.
No, wrong way.
Eden Arc. Eden Park. There you go.
It's opposite. I just can't get used to that.
I think there's a way of making it so it's not opposite.
Oh, okay.
But it would be probably more confusing now. A nice work from Roger Tuivasa-Sheck having to pick it up in the midfield, but straight on the ball, Alex Nankervis. He wins the penalty for Tasman. Right.
Gotta let it go, Roger.
You'd have to think that that is within the kicking range of Tasman here.
I don't know.
40 metres out. I think they've got, who's the youngster who can kick at 50? I don't know whether that's Macca Springer or maybe am I thinking of Che Fiaki? Maybe. And what time is the RG South Africa game? It is at 7:10 a.m. New Zealand time. So a very early morning start for us Kiwis, or a late night finish for myself. As before that, we have actually got a Lions versus Bulls URC game we are going to be covering. That will be maybe the 4th or 5th live stream of the day, depending on whether or not I do end up doing the watch along of the, I was going to do a watching replay of All Blacks versus Wallabies, breaking it down a bit further.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know whether or not that will squeeze into the schedule today with the amount of games and whatnot that are on. Tuivasa-Sheck.
Another busy weekend then.
Yeah. Right. That looks like William Havili. Yeah, he's got the distance for this. I love the Marco, says Chad Baker there. He's had 10 matches. He scored 1 try and he's got 38 points on the board. Oh, they've changed his name from William to Willie. Willie Havili now. Strikes it. There you go. That's got the distance, but it's missed. It's gone out to the right-hand side, curling away. I think the commentators are starting to get a little bit restless as well. He just said, so still nothing's happened. And I was like, All Blacks won over the Wallabies, or won over Australia, says Chad. They did indeed, but don't remind Wallaby supporters of that.
No, they won't.
Because they didn't deserve to lose that game. The All Blacks did deserve to lose it.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. They just hung on narrowly.
But there's another story. I've been told I'm not allowed to say anything.
Oh, you're allowed to say stuff. Just don't rile up the Australians.
Why did I do that?
Oh, well taken there by Sione Havili Talatui, I believe it was. Now, it is Alex Nankervis driving forward nicely, tackled by Adrian Cho and Hamish Dalzell, who's just made his way out onto the field. That is due to the injury that we did see in the locking department. 45 metres out. Going to be recycled quickly. Flat ball now. Nice run forward. Now, quickly recycled. Louis Chapman snipes round the side. The youngster. He wants to go over, but he's going to be 5 metres out from the line. Harry Plummer straight on the ball there. Although his hands went down first. We've seen penalties for less. We've seen penalties for a lot more. It's going to be the penalty, though. Double blow of the whistle.
That's yellow. Yeah.
There's no clear release. He has said, and you're slowing it down. So that is going to be Harry Plummer going to the bin for the next 10 minutes now. Aussie's still moaning about the AB's win, says OB.
Of course they are.
And there as well. And to be fair, they probably have a fair enough reason to moan.
Yeah, but it goes both ways.
It does. The referee, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, actually, no, I would be surprised. He'll be refereeing the next game because they don't seem to have any judiciary for referees, do they?
I think sometimes if it's really bad.
Would you consider his performance really, really bad?
Well, nobody knew what he was doing, so, so it was pretty hard. But it's like, what did we have the couple of weeks before that? We had a Georgia ref.
Oh, he went all right, I thought.
Oh, they bagged the shit out of him as well. So, I mean, who'd want to be a referee nowadays?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And if we had technology and like a camera referee or something like that, or a like similar to what the football have with the offside line. If they had that for like rugby, everyone would complain that the system's glitched.
Yeah,
And that
it'll be
it's
offside
like
every
being
time.
paid off to one side. The robots had a couple extra coins put in his left slot rather than his right. So it's a tricky one because no matter what, like there's always going to be decisions that go against the side and there's always going to be decisions that go in favour of a side.
Yeah.
And I always kind of mention that on the live streams. Like, yes, there's some shocking decisions against one team. Normally it comes back around sometimes, just sometimes not as many times. Type thing. Hello, Hamish. Hi, Mum. Good to see you too. Are we live, says Spider-Mick? We are indeed. Currently 11 and a half minutes through this contest. It is 3-0 in favour of Tasman. It's been a slow start to the match. We've already seen an injury and also now a yellow card of Harry Plummer has gone off. And then also, howdy all, says Hanoi. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well. The Kiwi lads is the best, says Chad in there. I've got plenty more rugby coming in the future. I should have mentioned big video planned that will take quite some time to film and quite a bit of time to edit. So you may not get to see this video. It's a bit of a teaser, but you may not see it until November by the time we get everything for it filmed, edited, and uploaded. Oh, the phone's ringing. Now you've got to make a big decision, don't you? Do you go to get the phone? Is it Nana? Who could it be? You're trying very hard not to go out there.
Is it the normal ones that ring on a... No, it's Saturday, 5 o'clock.
And also we got the Met Sunny Bill on the street game day and his hoodie. He's bloody huge. Yeah, well, he's still training for his boxing, isn't he? That's a great kick from Auckland.
He's not going to fight Gallen, though.
No.
He keeps sidestepping that one.
Ooh, well, he was good with the sidestep, wasn't he?
Oh, not too good with passing, though.
Yeah. But it will be a weird one, won't it, if they ever do fight, because people have been waiting for it for like 3 or 4 years at least. And then normally those are the ones that are the most anticlimactic fights. Yeah,
but Gallen said he's going to retire at the end of this year.
Yeah, so the time is ticking.
Yeah.
They've been told to use it once. Funaki fires it across. Now here he goes. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck running hard at the line. Maybe going to get himself an opportunity in the future for the ABs. Now that we've got no Quintapaya or David Havili for the next upcoming match.
Which one?
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
No.
Who are you going to put it there instead?
Oh, someone else.
Anyone else, really? Oh, it was close. Oh, it's a mistake from Tasman, and AJ Lamb scores the try. That is a monumental mistake from the Marcos. And AJ Lamb goes in. The 7 people in attendance are loving it for that try. They've got the Auckland flags.
Was there that many?
And I was like, oh, what a spoiler, says Distractor Sports. Yeah, will make sense a little bit later on. Oh, you've got a text. I would say that call. Mum's just got a text message from the one who rung. And it was Nana. But yeah, it's exciting. All I can say, like, I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but it is the largest budget we've put into a video by, I would say, probably a good 10 to 20 times more than normal. Like, we're nowhere near going to make the video money back at all. We will be lucky to make about maybe a 20th of it, but it's going to be worth it, hopefully. And I was like, can you make more Rugby Challenge 4 videos? I have been looking at Rugby Challenge as an option. Once we do get a little bit quieter, maybe for the URC, once the Rugby Championship's finished and there's less internationals, I think we will be trying to do a little bit more Rugby Challenge. Oh, the Spider-Maker said, yeah, go the Blues. And like they said, Harry Plummer's missing. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of impact that has on Tasman, because you think that they'd have the advantage, but not the case. Funaki lines up this. Oh, and also, so the budget is $10 to $20, says Distracted. Well, how specific do I get?
What are we? Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, the budget, a bit more than 10 to 20, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge. Huge. Need a big sponsor.
That sounded so sarcastic.
Sorry.
Let's just say add a couple zeros and you're there for the... And also, we got the funny thing, in nightclub after the game, a fight broke out between drunken fans. The Wallaby front and back row did the smart thing and escaped to avoid headlines. Smart move. At the end of the day, as a professional athlete, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, such and such walks away when person's getting beaten up. What a coward, and all that kind of thing comes through, doesn't it? She's still distracting you, pretty much working out oven temperatures and whatnot.
Oh, good.
Now passing back. Oh, it's a shotgun handling there. I believe, was that Willie Harvili? No, it wasn't. It was Macca Springer. This gets a little bit worse for him. And I was like, who do you think will win? For this game, I think Auckland have got a very good chance.
But I want Tasman. Just to make that clear, I want Tasman to win. I always put the mockers on them, though, don't
you? You do.
Yeah.
It's a big shame.
It is. Sorry, mate.
Now, so Lisi Reasi, due to Harry Plummer's absence, once again, it is going to be kicked downfield into touch. And it is just gone out inside of the 22. He's got a good boot, Salisi Reasi. For the Hurricanes, normally it's weird because he does play for the Hurricanes, but he plays for Auckland in the Bunnings NPC. Yeah. And I know a lot of people want to see him play for Wellington.
Okay. Does his mum know where he is, that left winger?
That young guy, Macca Springer?
Yeah.
I'd like to think so. Okay. She might be one of the three in the crowd. Yeah. No, it's filling up a little bit. You got a few. And here's my contribution to the vid, expecting big things. No pressure. Hopefully it delivers. Oh, that was a great run from Sam Derry there. But yeah, hopefully it delivers in the way that I see it in my head. But more than likely it will be, I guess, a slightly worse version of what I see in my head. But
normally your ideas come out pretty well, though, don't they?
Some of them. As long as I don't rush it, I think is going to be the big thing, because it's going to take a ton of time to edit, a ton of time to film. You don't look so worried.
I'm the one that's probably going to be filming some of it.
I had to book you off work, won't I? Yeah, mini tripods.
Mini tripods.
And New Zealand think they're going to win the next World Cup in their dreams Thursday night. Thank the ref, says Spider-Mick. That is Spider-Mick of New Zealand as well. But he now supports the Springboks because he doesn't like the All Blacks anymore.
Of course he does. Turncoat.
Okay, fair enough. To be fair, that's not the first time he has heard it from the All Black supporters for changing alliances.
Do you live in Canterbury by any chance?
That's going to be the penalty to Tasman now. Sorry. Again, you've ducked under. You're not straight. I don't think his sexuality has anything to do with it, does it? Hey, Alex Ochman, unlucky, mate. And also, don't play it down. Go big, buddy. I do want a hand with the edit, says Distracted Sports. I mean, it's a slightly different type of edit compared to, I don't think there'll be any green screen involved. But if you are keen, you are quite good with he went to film school. Oh. So you'll know you'll know the spacing and when certain things. So yeah, if you want to help out with it, I'll let you know the idea a little bit closer to filming, because I still have a couple things I need to confirm before I am able to do so. I've got a few contacts to make. A few phone calls to get done, couple emails to send.
Yeah. Do you think they'll reply?
No, I know they won't. So.
You never know.
No, I do know.
Do you?
Yeah, some of them won't. Definitely won't.
Okay.
It's going to be a big kick in behind. It's just gonna. Oh, it doesn't quite go dead. And next game, who do you think will win? I think Hawke's Bay have a good chance, but Wellington are probably the toughest challenge, like I mentioned. But the more I watch TJ Perenara play, the more I turn against Wellington. So, I guess Hawke's Bay. That one. Sounds bad, doesn't it? Just a one player, but he annoyed me last match.
Did he?
Yeah. He's going around as if he won the thing, but really it was slightly gifted to them.
Okay, so he's being a tosser.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, nice take from Willie Harvili. Gives it off to Fatuli Pai. Now, that man was extremely unlucky. First signed for the Crusaders in Super Rugby. Then from there went to the Highlanders, got injured in pre-season and missed the whole season. So that is something that he certainly will want to forget and keep on getting more game time for the Tasman Marcos. Get back into Super Rugby. See what he can do now. Max Hicks up to the 22 now for Tasman. 20 minutes into this contest. Currently still relatively close in the scoreboard department. Nice run forward. He's got a very similar haircut to Thorika Davita. That's going to be another drop ball, unfortunately. That time it was Anderson who put it down. Now back across one more time. Quick hands. Bryce Heem now gives it the boot in behind. Almost a 50-22, but just curves out before it gets the hay fever as being a right little bugger today, isn't it?
Welcome to springtime, eh?
Isn't it nice?
Only 17 days into it and you're suffering already. Sorry.
Oh, nice take from Tasman on there. 22 now going to decide who they go to. So I should mention Harry Plummer back out there on the field for Auckland now.
Oh,
Had made his way back out there, and there were no points scored against them, but 7 points in favour of the Tasman Mako. Australia being robbed, admit it, says Spider Meek. And now, I mean, that one that you're talking about being robbed, that one is a fair enough call against Bernard Foley. That's in the law book.
yeah,
But the
I
other
think it
calls
was-
in the game, yes, there were shocking calls against the All Blacks and against Australia. New Zealand didn't deserve to win that game, I assume is what you want me to say. And you would be right in that department. But saying they were robbed by a play that actually was against the law in the book of rugby, like at the end of the day, just kick the ball out. Kick the ball out, win the line out, couple phases, kick it out again, and you've won the game. Easy peasy.
Yep.
And the fact that Callaway and Fekete were both absolutely screaming their head off, they knew the rule.
Yeah.
They knew they had 30 seconds, but out of everyone to not know it, a man who normally takes the kicks. And an experienced veteran of the Aussie side as well.
Oh, but Dave Rennie has never seen that before either.
Well, that's the thing. It's a rarity, but it does
It's in the
exist.
rulebook, yeah.
We have seen it overseas a little bit. I believe the French top 14 was seen it quite a bit, which makes sense seeing as it was a French referee.
Well, there you go. So what's the problem?
And Spider-Meek no longer likes New Zealand, so that's his problem.
Yeah, that's his problem. Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, as in the problem that he has, not his problem, as in like, that's your problem, deal with it. Like, as in it's just, that's the thing he has at the moment. Doesn't like the All Blacks. If they start winning, he'll come back, but if they don't, stick him with the box.
Yeah, as I say, does he live in Canterbury? That's what Canterbury fans do. Or that back in the day they used to.
Nicely taken by Auckland. Now breaking off the back, Adrian Choate. Nice step from Roger Tuivasa-Sheck now. Taufafunaki recycles quickly. It's going to be a big hit up for the youngster, Dalzell. Looking like they're building some nice phases. Yeah, it was good work from Blake Gibson. He did well to pick that ball up because it looked like he was about to drop it.
He did.
In that case, Taufafunaki back across again. Inside of the 22 currently, Jackson Pugh. I believe he plays for the Brumbies throughout Super Rugby Pacific. Another player that has jumped over to New Zealand to play a little bit of provincial rugby. We saw it last year with Angus Scott Young playing for Bay of Plenty.
Okay.
Oh, Willie Arveli almost had Roger Tuivasa-Sheck held up there trying to recycle the ball. Now out to Taufafunaki. Plummer gives it off to Hodgman. Big contact made on him, driving him backwards. And the attack into Dalzell. Still driving. Harry Plummer, they had rush defence on him. He wasn't able to get that offload away like he would have liked. Now Harry Plummer around the side. Another tackle by the tight ear prop. Good recycling. Oh, the ball. Beautiful inside ball. And now back in his base, Salisi Rayasi. He's just short by a metre. Now Tuivasa-Sheck. It looks like he's going to pick it up. He goes over the top, slams it down, and scores the try again. And I feel like that is a statement, firing that one straight at the selectors for the ABs, saying you may not have taken me to Australia, but I know now that there's a gap there and I want to fill it. Tuivasa-Sheck scores his first try of 2000. Hang on. First try of 2022. Didn't he score in one of the other games? Or he must have set up a try maybe.
Yeah.
It was nice work from Salisi Rayasi, luring in two defenders as he always does.
Does he play second five?
Could do. I think that the
What
thing
about
is,
the young fella,
Perifeta,
yeah.
he could go fullback and Geordie Barrett at 5 or at 12.
I thought Geordie Barrett played all right at 12, actually, to be honest. Seemed to play better there than fullback.
So that's why they won't do it.
Yeah.
Because Will Jordan, you'd have to say he plays better at fullback than wing, which is why they don't play him at fullback. Because it's better to play people out of position.
So we're getting like Aussie, pick the 15 and then put them in the position that's left.
Hi, says Yako. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well.
How's it going?
At the moment, a relatively close game here, although if this tries disallowed, it gets just that little bit closer. Tuivasa-Sheck, he went for the slam dunk as if he was trying to put it. Oh, is that in his hand? I think we need the other angle here.
Yeah, we do.
Right. He's slamming. That won't tell us anything. We need another angle. How many angles did they film? Hopefully one more from straight on.
No.
The on-field callers try. Have we not got any cameras? I think he drops that.
I think he does.
I think his hand rolls off it.
Yeah.
And also we have got there, look, ABs, look, Amish, I love my ABs, no doubt, but the way they play, well, they're not going to win the World Cup playing like that. World Cup is different levels, says Spider-Meek. Although normally it is a rarity to have an All Blacks supporter. Like, this isn't just firing straight at you, by the way, but it's rare to have an All Black supporter, like, just because they don't like the way that they're currently playing, to say, I'm going to support a whole different international team. Like, because it's kind of like you mentioned, you're born and bred in New Zealand. So it's it's an interesting one, but if they improve, I guess the door's always open, but it just won't be as friendly as the first time you were in the bar type thing. And also we've got their chat, it's got the smiley face, and also Springboks 37, Argentina 19, it's Spider-Meek, you close, mate. Thorfinn in there as well. Now, it has been awarded as a try. They didn't have... Surely you've got someone... they're the microphone. Stick a camera down there somewhere just to make it easier. It was pretty much... It all worked in favour of Tuivasa-Sheck there because they didn't have the other angle.
Yeah, which probably confirmed he dropped it.
But... Harry Plummer getting ready to kick this one. 43... They say 43 points in the competition so far. Pretty decent. The try will stand for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Now a kick to come. You all right?
Yep.
You're doing a George.
Oh.
And Palama gets it over. Score now 14 points to 3.
I've been watching feel-good movies all day. Tired.
So you're feeling good?
Nah.
No? Oh. Okay, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck was laughing there. I think he knows he dropped it.
Of course he did.
And all the Audi Amish, hi to you, mum, bless, says Thorfinn. And I hope you are doing very well, mate. Who do you think is winning this game? And also the game later on, Hawke's Bay versus Wellington for the Shield. Who do you think will take out that one? Oh, that's a big shot from Levi Moore. You don't want to be in front of him when he's running full steam ahead. Because he's pretty lethal when he gets going. I love Marco, says Chad, and also Springboks must win the World Cup 2023. Yeah, back-to-back would be very impressive. Definitely with it being in the Northern Hemisphere. I feel like that would be just more of a statement. But they've got the depth. They've got the talent.
But they've got to play decent rugby every game. That's where our guys are losing it.
That's something where Southern Hemisphere at the moment is struggling because it's up, down, up, down, up, down.
It's shocking. It's probably the worst that the Southern Hemisphere teams have been playing this year.
And also Springboks versus Argentina 48-19. Says Yako, he's given an extra 11 points to the Springboks just in 2 minutes. Do you think they're going to go? Because the thing is, I heard that the Rugby Championship this year is going to be decided by, if two teams are on the same points, it's actually decided on tries scored rather than points differential, which I think is really dumb.
It's the ODI World Cup all over again, isn't it?
Well, because all that does is pretty much say to the Springboks, we don't want you to play your normal style of rugby. Because they don't score a huge amount of tries. They win games, but they don't score a huge amount of tries in the process. So it's pretty much an extra handicap against the box.
It's got to be
from the
points
get-go.
Differential. It's always points differential. It has been from day one, hasn't it? Points differential. And then you go to the next one.
I hope that I am wrong there because I heard it from, I think that was actually Johan who told me that.
Oh, okay.
So I hope he is correct.
Oh, that'll be the rumour going around South Africa, is it?
I don't know. And I was like, come on, we lost the series to Ireland and worse. We lost to Argentina right here in our own backyard. That effed me off. Where's the legacy, says Spider-Meek? Teams have rough patches. You can't have a roller coaster without some ups and downs or else it's just a road. And it's not as fun, is it? You got to have those ups. You got to have those downs. That's going to be down over the line. And Sione Havili, I was trying to say his name, but he was saying it as well, and he threw me off. But Sione Havili Talatui has been able to score the try for Tasman, making this just a little bit closer. My team is Bay of Plenty, so Hawke's Bay are our nemesis, says Thorfinn. I'm actually going to have a look and see who Hawke's Bay play next with the Shield, if they win. because Bay of Plenty, I believe in the time that Hawke's Bay have had it, they have not had a challenge. Okay, so Tasman will have the next challenge in 2 weeks if Hawke's Bay defend. Wellington will play Waikato next week and defend it if they win.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what happens here? Because he threw it back in, didn't he?
He did very nicely, I think. Oh, it hit Max Hicks's head, so it doesn't count as a knock-on. Because he was behind him, it doesn't count as accidental offside either. So it kind of worked in a weird way.
Yeah.
And then Sione Havili Talatui doing very nicely there. And Brian Habana must come back for the Springboks to play in 2023. Love to see Welly Bob take out Hawke's Bay this game, though. Two very good teams. And saying that, going for Auckland, says Thorfinn. It was close, but it has gone out to the side, and now the score is going to be 14 points to 8. So Bay of Plenty, I'm going to have a look at their next games. I want to see when the next time they face either... Oh, that's a shame. They play Hawke's Bay next week, but it's a home game. So it's not a shield challenge.
No.
So rough how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bet you they play Wellington at home as well. Or they've probably already played... Oh, no, Wellington, they've played them already. So they ain't getting the shield unless, actually, there is a way. There is a very slight way. So pretty much what we need to happen for Bay of Plenty to have a shield challenge is as follows. Hawke's Bay and Wellington play. Wellington have to beat Hawke's Bay and steal the shield. Then from there, Waikato have to beat Wellington next week and take the shield, and then Bay of Plenty get the challenge the week after.
Well worked out.
So there you go. It's not impossible. It's just improbable at this stage. For a dab in that way. Nice run now from Bryce Heem. That's Bryce Heem. Talfa Funaki.
Can he play second player?
He probably can. Yeah, he's a good player. Actually can play out on the wing as well. So the All Blacks will play him at flanker.
Yeah.
Now Talfa Funaki hanging on to this one. Jackson Pugh doing nicely in the breakdown initially. Now Salisi Rayasi. Good shot there.
Yeah. That's Tasman's ball.
Oh, actually, it was Awaki who did get hit in the middle, and Tasman have been able to turn the ball over. And stranger things have happened, mate. Fingers crossed, says Thorfinn. I think the worst thing would be if all that happens and then Bay of Plenty do lose by about 20. I feel like that will be quite a sad one because we've worked it all out so that it's set up beautifully for it. And then if they just don't show up on the day, hopefully that isn't the case. And must win today, says Yako, and I'm happy. Good morning, says CP from Cape Town. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well, Carl. Do you know what CP stands for?
No.
Carl Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Which was his old name on the channel.
Is that the winger? No.
The winger? Were you a winger, Carl? Don't know if he was. Afternoon, sir. Afternoon, madam.
How's it going?
I said madam very weird, didn't I?
Yeah.
Said it almost too weird.
Yeah.
Poshish.
Nothing posh about you.
No. Poshish is a fun word, though. Poshish. No. Says Carl. Hope you are doing well, Sebastian. We've got a nice big day ahead of us. Geez, it must be 7 a.m. for you or somewhere around there. Are you up for the whole day? That's a weird question to ask. Are you up for the whole day when it's the morning? That's because I always sleep in the afternoon, you see. So are you up for the whole day? You're going to be up and about. Ramphilly Shield Challenge a little bit later on today. Bulls versus Lions in the URC is another game we are covering. And then alongside that, we have also got the Springboks versus Argentina. Very discreet. No one would have noticed you were yawning there.
No, just hit it well.
And also we have got the I am gun was Springboks versus Argentina today. And there says Yaka, yeah, that game 7:10 a.m. Benetton played well last night. They did. They actually had a big win over Glasgow, which is interesting. Oh, it didn't sit up for Plummer, and now it's a counter. Levi Moore gets rid of one, the draw and pass, and Macca Springer is going to score the try. Tasman back in it. Tuivasa-Sheck's bleeding from his eardrum.
Oh, he was doing that before when he scored that try.
Yeah, I usually wake up to be awake until I go to sleep, says Sebastian.
Strange, that.
Fair enough. And also, who's the heavyweight play today, Hamish? Who's the heavyweight play? I assume you're talking, is that Hawke's Bay? Are you calling Hawke's Bay the heavyweight? I just need to confirm that. But if so, they are playing Wellington for the Ramphilly Shield. Unless you're talking one of the South African teams in the URC, such as the Stormers, since they won the thing, they are not playing. They have got themselves a break. Harry Plummer is just showing the bounce of the ball can be a lethal thing because it did not sit up nice to him. And then all of a sudden, the counter attack from the Tasman Marcos and goodbye since Tuleta says it was Yako in there as well.
What does that mean?
I think he might be leaving.
Yeah, I know the goodbye bit, but what's since Tuleta?
Maybe since till
See you later.
See you later. It may have auto-corrected a little bit there.
Okay, so yeah.
Willie Harville, he's got the pink tee. I need a different kicking tee, I think.
Didn't you get one?
I did, yes.
No.
Because my one just isn't quite right. It's too high, isn't it?
It is.
It feels real weird.
It did.
I should have got the adjustable tee, though, but instead I just got the flattest one that I could find. So it's probably going to be too low. It's going to be like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears scenario.
You need in the middle one.
Yeah. Now, the Tasman Marcos Stormers fan, like myself, must wait next weekend, CSCP. Although, think of it as a positive. You get to scout out all the opposition before you head into action.
Oh, is it finals week, is it? Finals? No. It's only just starting.
Round one is just about. That's just
starting. Okay.
Of course, by that she meant the opening round.
Yeah. Different competition I was thinking about.
And also, can I get a quick peek at the lineups? I can read them out to you because I didn't actually get them into the software in time.
A bit late.
I was slightly late there.
Yeah.
But I can read them to you, Sebastian, if that's all right. Hopefully you do accept that as a decent gift. Over on Hawke's Bay, says Spider-Meek. Yeah, Hawke's Bay. They are going to be playing Indie Bunnings NPC just a little bit in the future. But for this game, the lineups are as follows. For Auckland, in the front row, Alex Hodgman, Sawane Vakina, and Angus Ta'avao. Ta'avao, I don't believe, is returning back out onto the field because there's the number 8 team. So Ta'avao has got a concussion, I would think, or has failed his HIA after headbutting his teammate, Lane, who is now off the field for the rest of the contest. Then it is going to be Bear at number 5, Blake Gibson, Adrian Cho, and Jackson Pugh as the loose forward trio. Taufa Funaki, Harry Plummer, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Bryce Heem, Aoke out on one wing, AJ Lamb out on the other, and then Salisi Reasi at fullback. Then for Tasman, it is Sykes Martin at number 1, Quinton McDonald at number 2, and then Matinga at number 3, Thorika Davita at 4, Max Hicks at 5, Napa'a at number 6, Anderson at 7, and Havili Talatui at number 8. Hotham plays number 9, Willie Havili, Alex Nankerval, Levi Amua, Macca Springer, Fatuli Paya is out on the right wing, and then at number 15, it is the youngster / slightly older, Tamasi Alosio. I see Roger Tuivasa-Sheck back where he belongs, provincial rugby, says Sebastian. And he did, well, he scored.
Wow.
He dropped it, but they didn't have an angle to prove that he did drop it. So they said, yeah, that's a try. So he laughed afterwards. He was having a great time. But yeah, that counts as his first ever try, I think, in NPC. It's interesting. Hey, Hamish, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing very well. It's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining. The birds aren't really chirping.
The lambs are probably barring.
The lambs are barring, yep. And also, so NPC is like New Zealand's Curry Cup, says CP from Cape Town. And also, where's the membership link, Hamish, says CP. I will find that for you, mate. That's nice. From Levi Amua going forward here. Where is the channel? I'm really bad at YouTube, Mum. You know? I still don't know my way around the platform.
Okay.
Even though I've been on it for a while. There you go. That is the membership link, I believe.
If it's not, it's his fault.
Cheers.
No worries.
I don't know what's happening with the mini mohawk that I got here. I'm not Mr. T, am I? No. Although some people say I look very similar to
him. Who? What are their names? I'll tell them.
And also, I thought I'd better come and see how your amazing live streams are going, says Carlos. Do appreciate that a lot. We've got plenty more coming today. Thanks, Hamish. That's our future ABs. And there says Spider-Meek. And there, nice run in the middle. Alosio getting close now, 10 metres out of Tasman. Can score again just before the end of the first half. That would be massive for a confidence booster for them.
Yeah, because they looked out of it.
Now another Got to run forward. We have got a new member, and it is CP from Cape Town.
How's it going?
There you go. I was going to say, I thought you were a member, Carl. To be fair. But now you have got access to exclusive emojis that have still got the Christmas one, but it makes sense now because it is almost Christmas again.
It is.
That's so weird that it's 9 months ago that Sebastian did that Christmas emoji for us.
Wow.
9 months. It feels like it was like 3. And also, it was good to see Rennie Ranger playing as well. Shane Northland couldn't get up and win, though. And not a new member, says CP, and also Mr. T's long-lost twin. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Pity the fool. Huh? Is that what he says? I think it is.
Something like that.
I hope so. YouTube cancel my membership. Oh, they're against us, that YouTube. No. Just all of a sudden the screen goes black and it's just no more Kiwi lads. That would be a shame, wouldn't it?
It would be.
I'd have too much free time then.
Wow.
I have no idea what to do.
Get a real job.
I'm working on it. Doing a bit of building. Yeah. Cut myself the other day. That was unfortunate. YouTube with the finger from Sebastian. So Ani Vakina about to throw this ball in. Currently 2 minutes left. Oh, in fact, 1 minute left.
This half, isn't it?
It's been about a 46-minute half.
Well, I suppose.
They had that injury, though, that used up a lot.
2 hours to play on Thursday night. That was slow as, wasn't it? 2 hours for a game of rugby.
Are you're just feeding Barbara, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to join the live chat or like join the stream from another camera?
How do I do that?
I can just send you a link to your phone and then you can join if you like.
What, when I'm out there?
Yeah. You can show everyone the lambs.
Okay.
And also that's edgy stuff in it. See, Sebastian, not the lamb stuff. That was the YouTube on the finger.
Oh, I thought everyone was getting quite excited about
that. Who wants to see some lambs?
Live ones.
Live ones, yep.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh, geez, you can't say that. Quentin McDonald goes across now in the midfield. Good run forward once again. From that number 6, he's been looking impressive.
He is.
Oh, Willie Harvelli, not the pass to Alex Nankerville he was after. It was a bit too low. Looks like there's another injury in back play there for Tasman. I want to say that it's number 7, Anderson, but I didn't see his number. So I'm just making it up. Who is it? They're going to show him soon, hopefully. And also, we Rex to be. Oh, that's the siren. And also, YouTube charged me extra watching too much gold digger, says Spider Meek. Wait, why do YouTube charge you? Normally it's like, do you mean they like have more ads on your videos? Or like, yeah. Not sure. That's not Anderson. I believe that is, who is that? He looks like very familiar.
He's a front rower anyway.
He might be Martin Sykes.
Okay.
And that's actually the last name with an apostrophe in between.
Mm-hmm.
Also, YouTube again with the fingers from Sebastian.
Oh, he's a hooker.
Oh, Quentin McDonald then. I think he normally wears headgear.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that's where he's throwing me off a little bit.
Someone probably ripped it off. They normally do that, don't they? Just to piss you off.
Did you even play rugby?
No, they didn't have rugby back.
If you did, what position would you be, do you think?
Oh, I was pretty quick back in the day, so probably the wing. Then I wouldn't need to tackle much or do anything too much. Sit out on the wing.
Like I did for my seasons. Because our number 9 and 10 didn't pass the ball.
They were classic, weren't they? Their dads wanted to be All Black coaches.
Yeah, and they were coaching under 9s.
Someone should have told him that.
Oh, Tafa Funaki, that's a bit rough. That's going to become a penalty to Auckland. They decide that they want to kick this one. It would put them 2 points ahead. That's what I'm quickly going to do. So I'm going to go like this and like that. And then on the mail, you see, I can send you a thingy.
Not on that one because I can't get that one on my phone.
Which one you got on your phone without reading it out? You want to type it?
Got the dot.
There you go. So pretty much what that should do, we should hear a beep, beep. Does your phone go beep, beep?
Yeah.
It's going to do it. It's going to do it. They're lining up this kick at the moment. Does it do it, or would it normally make a noise?
What, then I got an email?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. And also, morning, guys.
Not
And Mum,
emails, anyway.
lambs, please, says Bianca. Harry Plummer about to line up this kick from far out. I might send it through Gmail instead. And morning, Lady B.
Nice.
He's got a decent, and it's gone over. What a strike that is from Harry Plummer. Right, do you want to go and make up the milk powder?
So what do I do when I get out there?
So pretty much what you'll do is you'll click that, and then it will take you through to the page where you should be able to join with your camera and whatnot. We're going to get to see some lambs, ladies and gentlemen. Who likes lambs? Living ones. Do let me know. One moment, we're typing. I was trying to remember what I was going to write. I was going to write Auckland 17 and 15 for Tasman at halftime. This is the kind of game we were expecting. We were expecting it to be close. And at the moment, it does seem like it's going to be just that. Halftime, only 2 points can split these two sides. I think the second half is going to be relatively similar in that department as well. So that Auckland probably had a little bit more of the possession, but Tasman making the most of their opportunities when the ball did sit up for them, like that try that we did see from a beautiful pass from Levi. I know Mary had a little lamb. She did, with a fleece as white as snow, which I feel like that's very tricky to do because lambs can be pretty dirty little things. They like running around, running into things. Seems to be quite a common thing that they enjoy doing as well. And also we have got the only one who taunts lambs with a fork, probably Sebastian, I would say. I normally feed them grass if I had anything in my hand, but that's just me. That might not be completely normal. Could be against the grain, perhaps. Currently at halftime of this contest. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to take out this contest, because it's close, almost a little bit too close to call. I'd say that Auckland still have the momentum. Tasman, though, they've been able to get themselves a couple good tries throughout the match. Whoa, they're showing like a fan that's actually like fanless, or not fanless, but like, what's it called? Bladeless. It's pretty cool. And I'm so tired. The cod beta came out morning playing till 2 a.m. this morning. How is it? Kale. I almost called you like the vegetable, isn't it? Kale. But yeah, how is it, Carl? Do let me know. I'm rooting for the Marco, says Sebastian. And there is, at the moment, like I said, both sides have had their little attacking chances. Tasman, I think their running game has looked stronger on the counter-attack, whereas Auckland seem to be the side who are progressing with like getting that attack going as well. But I should mention that this is not the last Bunnings NPC live stream that we are going to be doing today. We are also going to be covering the Ranfurly Shield between Hawke's Bay and Wellington. That is coming up just a little bit later on in the evening. I think my mum's going to be joining me for that one also. So yeah, should be exciting indeed. Are you doing women's sevens? There is no women's sevens going on at the moment that I know of. So no, I guess, Brandon. The one that is good. A few things need work, but gunplay is solid, says CP. Are you also an NBA boy, Carl? Because I believe did NBA, the newest NBA, come out, or was it Madden actually that recently had their new game released? I think it was one of the two, but I can't actually remember which one. But yeah, we need to do more gaming. I feel like me and George playing the Wii was quite a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get something filmed within the next week or two. Be able to get it up on the channel. We've actually got a long video film that I am editing at the moment. It's quite a long one. Overall, I think there's about 3 hours of footage that I'm going through. And NBA 2K came out last week. Is it any good? Is there a rivalry between Auckland and North Harbour? Does Tony become unsettled around Auckland fans? Says Sebastian. I think there is a bit of a rivalry there between the two sides, just because they're right up the top of the North Island and both sides. I mean, North Harbour, I always consider them as Auckland's slightly little brother, but that little brother still packs a big punch when it comes to those head-to-heads. And yeah, normally a very exciting game when it does take place. I see that my mum has not quite joined my stream, but I don't think she'll be too far off. G'day, Hamish and Sebastian, brother. Says David the Mob, welcome in, mate. We have got my mum with me who is going to be showing you a live feed of the Lambs in a very short moment as they are out in the backyard. It should be exciting. And also, are their brothers in the different teams besides the Bodden brothers, says Bianca. So, in this game, I don't believe so. I'm just looking through the lineups. Oh, Levi Amua and Asafra Amua. I'm not actually sure if they're brothers, though, but they are playing in 2 separate games. And also, it's good, but it's grindy with using VC virtual currency, but I don't play it, just watching it, says CP. And also, Adonna says David the Mod in there as well. My nose will not stop running today, which is quite unfortunate, really. Yeah, I assume Mum will be joining soon-ish. Fingers crossed. Haven't seen her pop up in the little box down the bottom yet. So it may be a wait and see. I want to look out the window, but it's connected with the green screen up the top on the curtain. So if I try and move it, it will probably all fall down. And big love, David the Mod, says Brandon. And that as well. But currently the position, actually only 39% for Auckland. That is quite surprising. That they have had that little Tasman 15 defenders beaten 61% of the possession and 64% of the ball. So they've had more penalties conceded, more turnovers. Oh, here we go. So if I go like this.
G'day.
Hello. How are you?
How do you switch? Good. Hang on, I'm trying to. She's really keen on feeding.
I can hear the slurping. It's a bit frozen.
There's Barbara.
There's Barbara. She's having a right good feed.
Was it?
Here you go. There's little Barbara. A bit of ASMR in your eardrums, ladies and gentlemen.
We're only feeding one of them because this Barbara's only a week old.
Gee, she's already finished.
Hang on, I'm going to lift her back over.
He's done well, hasn't she? Sucky,
Have you switched the camera?
So it's like a hieroglyph. There should be a button option for you somewhere. Also, we've got the Hi Donna Roving Kiwi lads on the screen, on the scene reporter.
Can you see them?
There you go. It is slightly frozen, but the one at the top here, that's Buddy. The one down there is one of the smaller ones, that's Barbara. And then there's also Daisy at the front.
There's nothing on my screen that says to change it.
In there? Okay, that's all right, Mumsy. That's all good. Do you want to come back inside and join us for the second half? There he is.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Although, actually, you still got a little bit of time. There they are. There are the Lambs.
That's Buddy.
I've got no sound, says Gareth. Yeah, there isn't a lot of it for this one. Can you hear me, though, Gareth? You hear me? Mum's just out there playing with the Lambs. One moment. If I go like this, does that make it? There we go. That's a bit bigger.
Righto. So if I leave now.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll see you back in a very short moment. There we go. Oh, so are they piglets? They are lambs, Spider-Mick. So baby sheep, I guess you could call them. And I was like, Mum, do Hamish see them every day? I do see them every day. We do feed them multiple times a day. So the big ones at the moment, which is Daisy and Buddy, they don't get fed as much. And then also the smallest one, Barbara, I named her. She gets fed about 3 or 4 times a day now because she is so tiny. And I was like, seems like a lovely day in New Zealand. Oh, yeah, it's looking quite nice outside. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Yeah, the next game that we are covering, I believe, will be Hawke's Bay versus, that is going to be up against Wellington. It will be at about 7 p.m. New Zealand time, and provincial content for provincial rugby. Says Sebastian. Okay, there's some sound, says Gareth, and there as well. At the moment, they're advertising a big TV 65-inch. Geez, that'd go right on the wall, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go there. How are you, man? Says Brand. Oh, sorry, that was actually Gareth. That one. And also, I was going to make a culinary remark, but that would be inappropriate, says David. I mean, if you scroll up a little bit further, David, we had this one from Sebastian. So I feel like it couldn't be too bad. Overall, David. And also we have got lucky, mostly cloudy here. And also, hello all, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well, Paddy. Currently just a few minutes away from the second half getting underway in this contest. And good morning, Gareth and Barbara the Lamb. It is Barbara the Lamb, yep. And at the time of naming her Barbara, I hadn't even thought of the fact that if you extend the start of it a little bit, so it's Barbara, it's kind of a little bit of a lamb pun, which is fun, isn't it? George wanted to call, what do you want to call one of them? He wanted to call one Andrew Tate, which it wouldn't really work because it's a female, so it didn't quite have the ring to it. I'm going to do a how to draw, says Chad in there. What are you going to be drawing, Chad? Do let me know. And all the way there, hi Brandon, says pads ablaze. Currently they are interviewing the coach of the Blues, or the Auckland. And thank you. I'm all cuted out for the day, says Bianca there. Also, brother, says David the Mob. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who will be the first try scorer of the second half. I'm going to say it will be Salisi Rayasi. I think he's going to join the line a few times if it's an Auckland player. If it is Tasman, I think it's going to be Tiha Ahuaru Thurikadavita, just because it's a fun name to say. And I wouldn't mind saying it again when he does score. And also, you think George, I would call the lamb cutlet. Yeah, he enjoys, or he had an old lamb story when they were a child. Oh, Mumsy's on the sauce.
Oh,
hello, Mumsy.
had to feed the cat as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Here you go. They enjoyed your lambs.
So you explained that the other two are 4 weeks old?
No.
No,
No, but I said they were older.
they were.
They were older.
Yeah, because that's why they don't get fed this time. Yeah, Barbara's only a little one. She's only a week old.
And also, Pets Blaze. Is that Johnny Blaze or Paddy Wagon? That is Paddy Wagon. But that one, and also we have got there. Have you seen a black sheep? I have. Yes, relatively common. In fact, Barbara is actually. Is she from a black-faced ram?
Yeah, and Daisy's more black-faced than she is. I thought they were pretty similar, but when I look in today, they're not. It's only their legs.
Now, halfway through.
They're a bit confused.
They would be, yeah.
Yeah.
You had a phone and you're like.
Daisy licked my hand.
Now, kickoff. Only the 2 points difference between these two sides. It's actually a very close game. This is the kind of game that I was expecting. Now that they've got past the slow build-up, I think now we're going to get to see some more tries scored in the second half. I would say 4, if I'm being exact. Harry Plummer deep. Gives it the big boot up. It's almost a torpedo one. Nicely taken, though, by Willie Harvelli. Now back across for Tuivasa. Finds himself out on the right wing for this contest. It's a good low tackle made on him, though, by Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, who has got the Band-Aid or the bandage on his head now. Makes him stand out a little bit more. You can see exactly where he is now. Just like Dalzell, you can always tell where he is due to the shininess of the beacon of his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see where he is?
Yep.
There he is. Now, going to be back for Hotham. Levi Moore sells a couple of dummies. He wanted to kick it, but decided against it in the end. Just went for it. Sam Derry. Oh, he got kicked in the face. That would have been an awkward one for him. Ended up getting kicked like he was behind a horse. That's going to be the penalty to Auckland, though, and win its next Rugby Sevens. I believe it's in about 45 days that we get to see the next Rugby Sevens league, and that will be a part of the World Sevens circuit. That was a bit of time. Bit of a shame, really, but we'll be back into it in no time at all. I'm drawing Michael Jordan, says Chad. I cannot draw. Put that out there. I'm really bad at drawing.
No, we didn't get Nas painting skills. But your cousin did.
Did they?
Yep. Very good drawer.
Which one?
Lives in Christchurch now.
Oh, yeah. She draw.
Yep.
I don't even
Very
know
good.
that.
Oh, you've just gone.
No, don't beat it. There we go. It's back. Fun fact, I have a drawing tablet, but I'm not sure where the pen is.
What, do you think you'd be able to find it on that desk?
Maybe. If I'm very lucky.
Your mouse is...
My mouse is wonky, is it? And I'm trashing. And also, Mrs. B, good morning.
How's it going? Oh,
Going to be taken on.
David said hi. Hello.
He did, yes.
Was that when I was out there?
It was.
Okay.
But, yeah. I don't think I can find the pen. It's a bit of a shame, really. My desk is full of Wii games and pens. In it.
In it.
In it.
On the floor somewhere.
Probably in it.
In it.
In it, though.
In it. No. No.
No?
It's probably over there.
In it. You can use your finger, kind of, yeah.
Oh, cheers, David.
Kick downfield, Auckland sitting on 17 points to 15.
I just felt I needed a beer after that. There was no, you know, how normally there's an arrow to say that can switch screens. There wasn't one.
Did you click the screen?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
But maybe not hard enough because I was sort of...
You were in the middle of feeding something.
I was trying to feed Barbara and make sure she didn't drink too fast.
That looks really wrong, but I'm currently drawing. Well, we've got a stoppage in play.
That's a lot.
That's Hamish Dalzell.
I knew that.
See, I told you. You can tell him from anywhere. 44 minutes through. Another scrum reset. We had a few of those throughout the match. You excited for the Ramphilly Shield Challenge? It was a happy face, wasn't it? I was like, yeah, cheers
really
to the Queen, don't it? There you go.
Ooh. Didn't bring my crown.
Oh, yeah?
No.
I'm sure we can find something.
Not in this mess.
No.
No.
It's a shame, really.
It is.
Currently still waiting for that same scrum to go down.
Come
It's
on.
now going to be a penalty to Tasman. That took forever.
I did.
That one, probably a good 2-3 minutes. In the time, I drew Hamish Dalzell. We also discussed other things. Sorry, the other Queen, my bad. Says David the Mod. And there as well. Oh, Marvelli kicks the ground.
No, it's better.
Tape.
Yeah, something.
Going to be taking on the shot now. Here we go. Scrum penalties conceded 5, which means we probably had 5 scrum resets before they've had those conceded penalties. Taking quite a bit of time. Finally, my team made a prelim. Tell you what, the Eels dominated the Raiders, winning at about 44 points to 6. But normally they cop out in the semis.
That would have been an interesting afterwards with old Ricky Stewart. What was his excuse? Because he was getting stuck in last week, wasn't he? About some random shit. He's a grumpy old bugger, isn't he, old Ricky Stewart?
40 points to 4, says Sebastian there.
Yeah.
And hello, says Heath. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm in my mid-30s, right? But because I follow Hamish, I still find it weird to call his mum by her name. Like, hello, Mrs. Hamish's mum. Says Gareth. And there? Yeah, because Kiwi lad dad rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or Kiwi dad. Whereas Kiwi mum. Hello, mum. Like, what's your nickname? You got a nickname?
No.
Kiwi.
It used to be Boothie's wife, and then I was Denny's little sister.
I
haven't had a nickname myself.
What's the cool nickname for my mum, guys? And I was with that. And I said, love you, mum. Or ma'am, and love you, bro. Says Anas, and also what the weed and grass have in common. Well, they both use photosynthesis to be able to grow. And also, the Tasman got a shot chat. I think they've got a decent chance here. I bet on Tasman. Am I winning? It's close, but they have got the ball on the 22. It could easily go either way in this contest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was sitting 50-50 for the odds of who wins this game at the moment. Now, back across. Now finding the offload up to Hotham, who almost went through. The Tasman Marco's on attack currently. Bryceem gets in there, but it's a penalty against him. Hey, Donna, good to see you back on the with mother and son time. I don't know, Mom. Said like a lank, says Sebastian. And thanks, brother. Good to know. I like Baba Razam cover drive, says Anas. Yeah, very good player, Baba Razam.
You love him, don't you? Well, like him.
So the Sharks, they are going to be playing up against the Rabbitohs for the NRL tonight. I would like to watch that game.
What time is it?
It's at 10, which is an awkward one. Because if the plan goes to plan, I was going to be doing a Bledisloe Cup rewatching stream. But, yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Busy.
Busy.
Bzz. Also, we have got there, don't know how cheeky can Hamish be.
Yeah, very at times.
A bit cheeky.
But I put him in his place.
Oh, no. It's been stolen. And there, Jackson Pugh has got that ball. It's gone down. Auckland, I think, are going to struggle to get rid of this ball because they are all just holding on to it on the ground.
Not going to let it go.
Becomes a penalty to Tasman now. And also, it's going to be an honour to defeat Bubba at home, T20 and Test, says Sebastian. And also, so there's the Sharks in the NRL that makes life easier. I support the Sharks, Sale, and the NRL Sharks. Sorted, says Gareth there. And 8 p.m. my time, says Heath. And also looking to go back-to-back cricket undefeated premiership in 2023. Says it was more cake there. And also, you are mum, hair so beautiful.
Thank you.
As in her hair, or my mum hair so beautiful. The whole of the mum, or just this part?
No, that's not good.
I mean, it's better than mine. I got a mohawk.
Yeah.
Oh, that made it much worse.
You need a haircut like me.
Go Auckland, says Minnie Mull. Currently, the rolling maul setting up for the Marcos. Trying to get this one going forward. It's kind of going backwards, though.
See, someone mentioned Ricky's always grumpy, even when he was playing.
Advantage to Tasman again. They're giving away a huge amount of those advantages here. Rabbitohs for the win. Says JT. Now back across. Willie Harvili looking for a gap. Wasn't quite able to find it. The sling and pass out to now Alosio. Ball on the inside. Great hands from Levi, and Mua goes down. Currently just out about 10 metres from the Auckland line. It's a rough pass, but Nankerville has been able to clean it up quite nicely. Slips over. A lot of pressure now on him by Blake Gibson and Adrian Choate. And there. And Sleepy Bro says, Anas, and also I'm getting Cricket 22 this weekend. And they're the Cronulla, though. Proper Sharks fan would have been a grandfather by his mid-30s. Says Gareth. Oh, sorry, that was Sebastian. And there. You think the Sharks can get the job done over the Rabbitohs?
The last time I followed the Sharks was when Ettenhausen was playing.
It's a wee while, isn't it?
It is. So I don't actually know who's in their team.
The maul was formed, then broke away. Okay, the warning remains. I was just thinking for the Hawke's Bay versus Wellington game, I could put on my very small Wellington Phoenix kit.
Oh, would it still fit you?
No, my belly would be hanging out. I'd just
we tried
to
buy it as big as we could, but you weren't that big when we bought it.
No, that's the problem. And Ettenhausen, great player. And New Zealand is very so beautiful country. Says, Anna, it's all right, yeah. It's not too bad. Clouds aren't really about at the moment. It's getting darker now, though. But that is something Sebastian enjoyed, was seeing the outdoor, that a nice blue.
Oh, okay.
You know. Nice take from Max Hicks. Tasman have been on the 5 metre line of Auckland for the past 7 minutes. They haven't been able to get through as of yet. But now Alex Hodgman goes through the middle, I believe, legally. And now he's just on the back end of Quinton McDonald, trying to hold him up, trying to keep him down. Gets knocked down, but he gets up again. And now it's going to be Hotham. Oh, that's a big clean out. Look at that. Someone Now cross kick. It goes up. What goes up must come down. Pyer takes it and he's over.
Good try.
Tasman score it. And I was as a Sydney suburb, I think. You like Sydney, don't you?
Love Sydney. Yep.
Video idea, send mum to Sydney. That's not really, they wouldn't really fit the rugby theme unless there was rugby on.
And not New South Wales.
Mm.
Well, I've always wanted to go to Sydney or Melbourne for a year and just watch as much sport as we can.
Mm.
But don't need a big sponsor for that too.
Speaking of big sponsors, we don't have one for the recent or the next video. No, actually not the next video, but there is a teaser that I'm going to allow you guys to hear. It's the same one as earlier on, but the regulars, some of them weren't here at the time. Pretty much there is a massive video coming in the near future. And by the near future, I mean it will probably be released at some stage in November. It's going to take a long time to film, a long time to edit. The budget has been higher than it has ever been for a production. Hence why I'm now building as well, so we can fund this massive project, which in hindsight, when you see the video, won't seem like a massive project.
No, because it'll be edited.
Yeah, and it will seem like it was just like anyone could have done it.
10 minutes.
Yeah. But just know, there's a bit going into it in terms of trying to make it as good as physically possible. That kick has gone over, so now the score's going to be 22 points to 17 now, and let's go Tasman. And then that's lovely. Send mum across the Tasman Sea amidst the enemy, says Sebastian. And also Kane Williamson, great plays. And how about the Bunnies playing at the same ground for 3 weeks straight? I don't watch rugby or get it at all, so I appreciate you for this too, says Little Wick. I will mention, though, normally we've seen many people come on the stream after putting bets on the Bunnings NPC, and a lot of them have left empty-handed. So just be wary when betting on provincial rugby, because it literally could go either way for these sides.
Well, one weekend was just full of upsets. Wasn't it?
Yeah, we saw games like that were being won by teams that really shouldn't have won them. But that's the thing with the provincial side of things. Like, even though Tasman just scored, they could still lose this game by 15. It's just one of those competitions that are extremely hard to knuckle down and put an exact score. And nice Tasman. See, they've just won themselves the penalty there for Auckland. And your mum favourite cricket played, yes, or played, please. Favourite cricketer? Current cricketer.
Current. That's a hard one. Current player. Well, I used to be a big Kane Williamson fan, but I've sort of gone off him a wee bit. And
I was like, hey, don't say that, says Little Wick. And also, his greetings, says Mr. Cookie Boy. So no longer Williamson.
No, I just feel that he's lost that edge. Ever since he's had that elbow injury, which is still obviously playing up and all the rest of it, there's just something about him that he's not like he used to be. So I don't really know. Have I got a favourite one? I'm going to have to think on it for a bit.
Okay. Who's this?
Is he a West Indian?
No. Rugby player.
What, today? Oh, the lot.
It's Hamish Dalzell in disguise with the glasses. He's he's so notable, isn't he?
With the glasses, that's why I thought he was a West Indian.
That kick's gone over now, 20 points to 22 in this contest. And he's big, he's bad, he's better than his dad. Stuart Broad. And also, they're probably best to check out the lineups before placing a bet. Pick the side with the most Super Rugby players. That's a decent way of looking at it. And also, see, that's the thing. Even forming this competition doesn't mean anything when it comes to the games. Like, we have seen Northland beat Auckland for the first time in 26 years at home, or 26 years in general. First time in 43 years at home.
That was an exciting game. I enjoyed that. Old Eric Rush's boy is quite a good player.
And stop scoring Auckland, says Little Wick. And there, yeah, for your bet. How much did you put on it, Little Wick, if you don't mind me asking? Just because I remember, like, we've had people in the past who have, like, probably gone with $1,000 on certain teams in the provincial side of things.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it seems like a good one to make money off, because some of the games have relatively like one-sided odds. But the problem is the team that are underdogs are probably more likely to win sometimes. Look at that. Nice work from Salisi Rayasi. And also 500 says Little Wick. Okay, so half of the ground. How much are you making back, Little Wick, out of curiosity? Because if it's only like you're making $600 or something along those lines in total, including your 500, it's a very risky one. Or actually, no, Tasman would have come in as underdog, so maybe you'll make about, I'd say 800 for your 500, somewhere around there. Oh no, it's not a parlay. It's a parlay. It is a 5-league parlay, but I only need Tasman to win. Only game left. That's happened. That's literally what we have heard many times over as well. People put them as their last leg, and now it's going to be a good run from AJ Lamb.
Oh, yeah, bet's looking pretty slow.
Oh, it's stolen though.
Stolen.
Stolen by Tasman. So what are my odds? Says DJ. So at the moment, not just... Oh, Alex Nankerville getting the 50-22 for Tasman. That will help. 5-league parlay says Little Wick. And also, I need a girlfriend. I'm very sad, says Arnis. Well, I can tell you that on our live streams, we have about 99.9% male viewers. So it probably won't be the best place to find any on here overall. But just keep looking. At the end of the day, I assume you're still young. I don't know your age, but anything under being dead's young, isn't it? That's brutal, but it is true. You know, 50 is the new 15.
Is it?
Well, actually, no.
50 for who?
50
for the girlfriend or the...
Well, anyone can be 50, can't they, when they're 50?
Not making a lot of sense.
No. And 100 on a draw. And I listened to Jimmy Anderson on the Tail Enders podcast. He's just said that spell with Broad was the best of his career. Yeah, that's and just joking, bro.
Gareth's
just honest. Yeah. And also Steak. They give me a few hundred a day in promo, says DJ Grazizzle. That a few hundred a day in promo. So, I mean, for this, like I mentioned, Bunnings NPC is very hard to pick. And also, see, that's why I was going to rephrase Sebastian 50 as the new 15 officer in there as well. And my age 21, says Arnis. Who's this?
It's the Lock.
It's Hamish Dalzell, but now he's got a hat and a disguise. He's a fun character to draw, isn't he? So easy because you don't have to worry about hair.
Yeah.
And also saying, bro, I got it on Tasman at $3.90. And bless me up, gang, no cap. And there says Little Wick. So, yeah, I mean, we always accept nice, generous donations on the channel when people get their parlays. We've never had any donations from a parlay, though. They always lose in the provincial side of things, unfortunately. I don't know how this is scored, but I'm enjoying the contest, says TJ. It seems to be NPC is the competition that you get guys betting on.
Yeah. But why? They're not a sure thing. If anything,
it's just a
50-50.
But that's why I think people bet on it. Because if you're backing the underdog, you've got a decent case. If you're backing the favourite, it's normally a case of they better be paying a bit because there's a lot of risk involved. And also, how this drink, Mom?
Pretty good, thanks.
Also, we have got there. Did you see Benetton versus Glasgow, 33 points to 11? I did. Good win for Benetton over Glasgow. Oh, the offload of Bryce Hemi wasn't quite able to claim it.
Oh.
It's going to be a little knock-on, double knock-on, in fact, so it will now be the Tasman scrum.
So who's that market about, whatever his handle is? The second 5 for Tasman.
Alex Nankerville.
Nankerville. Did he play for the Chiefs?
He did indeed.
Okay.
Unlucky, some would say, to miss out on the ABs, but they did have plenty of 12s as options.
He's your option. He's been playing well here.
And drink name, please, bro. It's a Heineken.
Oh, of course, because you can't see it.
Because it's green.
It's green.
And also, we've got there, which team win, bro? It's literally 50-50 at the moment. Yeah. Either side could take this one out. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the odds myself.
Whoever holds onto the ball will win.
That right?
Yeah.
And also at 2, it's Leinster versus Zebra. Unfortunately, we can't actually cover that game as it's not shown here in New Zealand. That was nice work from Pye to chase after that one. And thanks, says Anis. And also we have got there, he said that they came 3 or 4 wickets short in the spell, but it felt like they were all over the Proteas batters. Just 2 pensioners enjoying life, says Sebastian.
Yeah, South Africa fell over the other day, didn't they, against England?
Okay, it's going to be the line out here for Auckland. Now, I would assume that this is probably locked out at the moment because with them being 5 metres out from the line.
Okay.
So Auckland are $1.77, Tasman $2.05. So either way, if you were someone who enjoys betting, this is probably one of the best times to do it in terms of both sides. You're getting a decent bang for your buck. My TAB account has 10 cents in it. So I will not be backing either side. I would have to back Tasman to make back 2 cents.
Why would you bother?
And I was over there. You are, and your mum. Favorite movie name, please. I quite like Schindler's List. No, I mean, it's gonna be Macca Springer. He's gone over. I would say favorite movie. I always like a good comedy, which is why that last one that I mentioned would not be my favorite.
No,
but it's a tricky one to pick favorite.
Yeah.
For movies because it just depends on what you're feeling. And sometimes you want a comedy, sometimes you want to see a bit of action, sometimes, for yourself, you want to see one where Hemsworth takes his kit off.
No, Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze takes his kit off.
And then Pretty Woman is up there as well.
What's his name?
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere takes his kit off. No, they don't do that.
Not in those ones.
No. And also, we have got there, Tasman win on me, says Little Wick. So now Auckland are $4.80 underdogs.
Oh, back them.
We shouldn't encourage gambling.
Yeah, no, I was only joking.
I could get 4 cents back.
Yeah, go it.
Woo. And also just scored, says Little Wick. And also we get that on back, says Chad. Welcome back. Yeah, the Johannesburg spell was something else. And then also we have got there, are you going to do Argentina versus South Africa? I certainly am. And that is going to be a very awesome game. Right. So it will be back to a converted try if this kick. Oh, he shanked it. He shanked it bad. So it's going to be 27 points to 20. So we currently sit in also, but I mean, we are literally watching the 2 greatest fast bowlers ever, and we need to appreciate it while it lasts. And also, I'm back to says Chad, but it was a nice pass on the outside to Macca Springer. Right, just because that kick didn't go over, Auckland are only paying $3.20 now.
Wow.
But that just shows
just
the difference.
Your 2 cents.
That's true, yes. So now I would make 3 cents. You know what? Why not? I mean, that's my year's salary right there. 1 cent. Am I locked in? Oh, the odds went down, so I only make 2 cents now. That's what happens. The TAB will shag you. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh.
What happened? Good. And draw payout is 31-1 right now. You must be on a better app than mine because it's only $10 for a draw now. And also, we have got there start South African time. It is going to be at 9:10 a.m. South African time, I believe. Oh, sorry, 9:10 p.m. South African time. Mm-hmm. And I am what's your score prediction for the ABs versus Aussies next week. I think Australia are going to be fired up. It could be another close game, but I think the All Blacks take it by 10 this time. And also, Kiwi chances on a draw. It's a relatively high chance at the moment. The penalty goes the way of Auckland. They may consider taking on the 3 here. And also, we have there locked it in at 31, and you are commentary. Excellent work, bro. I assume you'll be resting during Quins versus Saracens, but I just can't skip that one. Wait, hang on. When's that taking place? I forgot about that. I remember the URC was starting. Oh, no. That's going to be at the same time as Lions versus Bulls, I bet you. Please don't be at the same time as Lions versus Bulls. I want it to be at the same. Oh, it's selling at the same time as Lions versus Bulls.
So which one's better?
Well, which one's better and what game going to do better is a different thing. I think Harlequin Saracen's going to be an absolute blinder. But we've also got Lions versus Bulls at that same time. We might have to do a bit of both, Sebastian. We may have to keep you updated on the game taking place between the Quins and the Saracens, while also doing the other game, which is Lions versus Bulls. Thanks. I went blank there. And also, how much points is a rugby touchdown? So, a rugby try, as they call it, it is 5 points. If you convert it, it is 7. Harry Plummer has just converted, so Auckland get themselves with 3 points there due to the fact it was a penalty. And I like Marco says, Chad. And I was evening, Hamish and Donna. I hope all is good. It certainly is, mate. You are doing very well indeed. There's a lot of sport coming up later on tonight. That is for sure. We have actually got a Ramfurly Shield Challenge we are covering in a short moment. We will get that one scheduled straight after this live stream. And it's going to be Hawke's Bay versus Wellington, 7:05. Woo. And Canterbury win their game earlier. They made hard work of it, but they were able to win it, I believe, 44 points to 39 in the end. Or something along those lines. I like that quick look. Yeah, it might have been. It might have been 41, was it? I'm learning. Thank you, says Little Wick. No worries at all. It's a fun one to watch. Do you have access to it where you are, Little Wick? Do let me know, depending on what country you're in. I assume if you're saying touchdown and whatnot, maybe US.
Yeah.
And everyone else boosted for Aotearoa says, yeah, it's going to be down inside of the 22, and it is going to now be.
Oh, no, it was 44-39.
Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo.
Why do I think that was closer? I don't know.
And US, yeah, says Little Wick. So, do Flow Rugby have? I'm not sure whether or not Flow Sports do have the Bunnings NPC. Stan Sport might have it, but you need a free trial and a VPN for that. But yeah, I would highly recommend watching the games. It will well and truly speed up your knowledge. Also, the All Blacks YouTube channel, you can see the highlights of each of the games. So you can kind of understand what each little play means when they do put points on the board. Rugby go to 90 minutes, 80 minutes long. So we've got another 12 minutes here. And then also, unlike football, there's not extra time. It's just pretty much once the game's over, it's over. And one of the channel's best interest lines versus Bulls will attract more viewers. But we can chat about the Quins game as well, says Sebastian. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. If they weren't on at the same time, I would 100% cover both of them. I completely forgot about Saracens Harlequins up till then, mainly because I think I looked at it earlier on in the week and went, they overlap. Which is a bit sad, isn't it? Dad is home. If you're wondering what the banging is, or the footsteps are. And come on, Auckland penalty, you can do it. Or you can do better, says Spider-Mick. There as well. And so after that, I believe it's Scarlets versus Ospreys, I believe, says Etienne. Although during that game, I believe some of it will overlap with our build-up for South Africa versus Argentina, so we may not be able to cover that one now. It's going to be dropped only a few meters out from the line for Auckland. Tasman trying to dive in there. It's going to be now a scrum feed for Tasman, 5 meters out from the line. If they score now, this could be the game. Sorry, I'm a bit excited.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, so does a draw add more time, or is it capped at 80? So I believe for it to be a draw, it's kind of weird because pretty much at 80 minutes, if it's a draw, they go to golden point time, which is another, I believe, 10 minutes. And if no one splits it from there, then it's a draw. But I don't know about the odds, whether or not you get paid out if it is a draw at the end of full time. But saying that, a draw at this stage, with the way that it's currently sitting, is relatively unlikely unless we see another 3-pointer from Tasman. Because currently the 4 points difference, you cannot actually score that in an individual play. And also, so I support Natal Sharks, Sale Sharks, Cronulla, Southland Sharks, or Sutherland Sharks, San Jose Sharks, Long Island University Sharks. So easy. Do you like marine creatures, Gareth, out of curiosity? And also, who is that? Is that your wife? It's my mum who's with me. It's his wife.
I've fed Barbara.
It's my wife.
And the Sussex Sharks.
So I fed you.
Says Sebastian. But currently the live standings, Canterbury at the top, Auckland and Tasman both sitting on 22 points if it stays this way. Right. Here we go. You're ready to rumble. 5 meters out from the line. It is a scrum feed for the Tasman Marcos. Hey, you could go for the Marcos as well because Marcos is a shark. Gareth. That's a nice little connection, isn't it? I think no extra time. And I was even my bad. Says it was Spider-Mick and also Edinburgh versus Dragons at the same time as Ulster versus Connacht. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of games that we are keeping you guys updated with in terms of the scores. I kind of want DJ to hit the draw to see a little wick. And then, although if DJ hit the draw, it would mean that you miss out on your 5-leg parlay. So that's very generous, a little wick there. I'm about to sneeze.
So am I.
Done nicely there. Did I just contagiously give you a sneeze?
Well,
it's like yawning, isn't it?
Hmm.
I was like, hey, how are you? I hope you're both having a great day. It's a penalty to Marcos. Right. They want to go to the line out here by the looks of it. I appreciate it, says DJ. And then I mean 4. Says a little wick in there as well. I don't like Wellington, says Chad. It's always windy, isn't it? And that's one thing that people hate when you say about Wellington.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not any windier than anywhere else. And then you go, yeah, but it is. Like,
Can you remember going there?
yeah, it was windy.
It was.
Now, Andrew Makale, not actually there for Tasman, so instead Quinton McDonald throws it in, nicely taken by Hicks. Now it starts to build for the Tasman Marcos. They haven't got the advantage as of yet. They've been told to use it once. Quinton McDonald tries to do a bit of a step himself, a little bit of the, go and try and around him, like he was playing a bit of NBA. It's funny to hear people talk about places so far away, says DJ there. At 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 9 seconds till Leinster versus Zebra. That is very specific. That's a penalty to Auckland. That's big. That's big.
That's huge.
I'm going to feel kind of bad if Auckland win because, like, Little Wick will miss out on his 5-leg parlay. DJ will miss out on his draw, and I'll make 1 cent. And I feel like even I've been slightly shafted there because it could have been 2 cents.
I know.
Uh-oh, says Little Wick there. And yeah, it is Wellington, and also can Auckland score 4. They cannot get exactly 4 points. You can either get 3 or 5, and then if you get the 5, you can also add an extra 2 on top. So that's kind of the 3 scoring. So the only way we see a draw here is if Auckland manage to get themselves a converted try, which is the 7 points, and then Tasman take 3 points. I hope Auckland lose, says Bevan. Nicely thrown in by Dalzell. Now Tolfa Funaki passes across now into the midfield. Get an AJ Lamb involved there now. Nice pass across. In fact, it's not AJ Lamb. It's the number 23. In fact, the man who came off the bench. Ooh, Simon Hickey. There was a lot of pressure on him. That's going to duff DJ and also cash out as $1.1 right now, or 1.1. Now going back downfield. Going to be the Salise Arayasi. Puts it high. What goes up must come down, and it's going to be contested. Oh, Willie Harvey has landed hard on the ground. Now, he looked to the ref there. That's going to be knocked backwards, straight in there. It's going to be Blake Gibson. In fact, it was Adrian Choke this time. Now, Tofa Funaki goes for the kick in behind. It's going to be sitting up like it's AFL, waiting for the ball to bounce. It sits up Funaki. One more on the outside, and it's a sensational finish, or was it? For okay.
He was out.
He was out? Okay. Thought it was a good finish. You know?
It was.
I was like, Paul Wick, the NFL has corrupted his soul gravely. This is Sebastian. And I was like, I'm going to let it ride. Still within the phases, so we can check. So they're going to be going up to, first of all, check Salisi Arayasi and Willie Harvey in the air. I'm not very good at drawing.
No, I can't do that one.
I tried to draw Dalzell from side on with a wig.
What happened to his nose?
Got big. I was able to try, mate, a bloody try. Right.
Oh, that's before, because he's back there. No. Yeah.
Is he offside?
Yep.
Then does he drift back, though? This is such a big call in the match. And rubbish, Hamish, says Stephen in there. Rubbish? I assume that is my drawing. Overall, and also, what's a touchdown? Is it something the policemen do? Touching me, says Nathan. I think there's a pat down. This is Union, guys. We have normal scores. Says Gareth, right. They're going to be checking this one to see if there is a man in front. Oh, I think it's in line.
Yeah, he's on.
Just in line. Okay. So that's one step. They haven't actually gone back far enough. And sorry, Hamish, but that drawing was disturbing. Yeah, it wasn't the best one. I rushed it a bit. I think if I had a little bit more time, it would have looked a lot better. The drawing's not my thing, though, as you guys can tell. Right. Okay. He jumps up. Oh. Okay. He's thrown that almost back infield, I think. We need another angle. For Eden Park, they haven't got a lot of angles today.
No.
They're all on this near side, which is all well and good if it's on this near side. But if it's not, I can't tell where that's landed. There's too many players in the way. This is a massive moment in the game. The touch judge.
This one.
No, they're looking for the one in the one that Quinton McDonald wanted to check was the one in the ear, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was back. So what's the point of doing this?
I don't think he's grounded that.
No.
Potential knock on. The angles that we've got aren't going to be enough to be able to work it out.
And they haven't called it on field, so they don't know. Because there's no way you can tell where he's put it there.
All you see is separation between him and the ball at that point.
Yeah.
And Tasman win. Says Little Wick. It's going to be interesting. Still 6 minutes left. For me, this is no try.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't get conclusive evidence of that.
No.
You need another angle. Right, Paul Williams. We're going to have a decision made here.
There's no... They didn't call it a try on field, so they can't. Yeah.
Quinton. Captain he was looking for there. So, quite a bit going on there. Clear infringement was the knock-on from Red just beforehand, so it's going to be a 5-metre scrum. And also we have got there, is it Auckland? Auckland almost were able to score themselves a try, but now it's going to be a 5-metre scrum for the Auckland. Do Kiwis use pig as slang for policemen? Not a huge amount. Normally it's the bogans who do.
Yeah.
But they're just annoyed because they always get caught with their illegal cars and whatnot.
Yeah, it's only the ones that get caught by the police that call them names.
Mm.
And there's a reason for that because they're doing illegal shit. So.
And Picasso once said that it took him 5 years to paint like a Rembrandt, but it took him a lifetime to paint like a child. There's Stephen. Well, I paint like a child, I think. And also we have got there, it was great meeting you here. Appreciate you for the tip. Feel free to bless me more. You got my user and your tips, says Little Wick. And there's and also Bet Homie, says DJ. And there's it's actually kind of cool how we do get people who don't know much about rugby on these streams from the betting side of things. You know, I always feel bad. I always apologize if they don't win their bets.
Yeah, but you're not telling them to bet.
It's going to be an advantage now in favour of Auckland. Off the back now, Nico Jones accelerates hard. 5 metres short of the line. Taufa Funaki gives it off. If Hamish Dalzell scores the winning try, I'm going to have to draw him 5 times over. Now Adrian Choate gets close. Does go just short. Taufa Funaki once again. Nice bit of stepping from Salisi Reasi. We've only had the 1 try in this half, haven't we? That's going to be another penalty for offside. And Hamish ain't no Picasso, though. No, I do agree with that. Now, 3 metres out from the line. Once again, Nico Jones looks like he's considering going. He's going to go himself, just drop straight to the ground, losing his footing. Auckland 8 phases in. Still 4.5 minutes left on the clock, and they are getting close now. Oh, that was almost a back elbow. Another advantage. This could be a man in the bin here very soon for Tasman, as they have been warned repeatedly. Close to the line, he's over. And Auckland get it. It's a double blow of the whistle. And I believe it's going to be someone going to the bin here for the Tasman Marcos. Blake Gibson scores, and that will give Auckland the lead. And also we have got there Jacks or 5-0 for the police. And then also we have got once and a D end up in the slammer. There's Spider Meek. Okay. Max Hicks, he's going to be off the field now with the yellow card. So Tasman getting a little bit of a double whammy. So he will not be returning for the rest of the match, which does mean Tasman have got a man disadvantage. I wonder what that does to the odds. I'm going to have a look. I think my 1 cent's going to become 2, Mum. $13 for Tasman to win from here. $10 now. Bit rough.
See, I told you I put the mockers on them.
And WTF AO says a little wick.
Yeah.
There, yeah. This kick for Tasman to have a chance, they need this kick to not go over, but it is straight out in front. So unless he breaks his ankle in the process of kicking it, more than likely this one is going over. Taking the time there. It will be Simon Hickey, and also what happened? No, Tasman says little wick. That kick's gone over. So now the score, it is going to be 30 points to 27. Now, the win for Tasman is still just around the corner. Theoretically, actually, now that I think about it, if they score, they win. So there's still a good chance for them. Please don't draw anything, Hamish. There could be children watching. Could give them nightmares. That includes the guitar. You know, the guitar is getting worse, I think. Nico Jones now running forward. So Tasman at huge underdogs at the moment, $12, but only 3 points down at the stage. And this might be a draw. There is a good chance that it could end up being drawn, or we may end up seeing a last-minute Tasman try. They've still got a couple minutes left. Now, sitting with 3 minutes. See, now with Tasman paying $16, surely that's almost, if you were a gambling person, that would tempt the old bank of stuff, you know? And when was the better? Says David Amon, and also, damn, up the Aucklander. Now going back across, playing the advantage at the moment for Tasman. And score. They are going to be going back for it. I believe they will be able to kick this one for the touchline. Like I mentioned, just one try. And Tasman will get themselves a win here, theoretically. They're down to $7 now. It's all changing, Mum. It's a world of change that we find ourselves in at the moment for rugby. And score. Draw is 11 now in golden point format. It is, so they will have 10 minutes of golden point. And then from there, if it works out for either side, they win. If it doesn't, then they will end up having the draw. And minutes left, Hamish. It is currently 2 minutes left on the clock. I worked at the police a few times on some checkpoints for drink driving. They have my respect for the work they do, says Stephen, and also as Tasman Australian. They are not. They are from the upper region of the South Island.
Nelson Mel.
Yeah, Marlborough, isn't it? Marlborough. Or in fact, it's the left-hand side of the South Island, isn't it? Oh, that was going to be a big shot from Nico Jones. Currently in the hands of Tasman with 1 minute 30 left. Field goal, Tasman. I like how you know what a field goal is. And it is actually a thing in rugby. It's a drop kick, as they call it. But there's a chance that we might see a penalty awarded to Tasman soon here if Auckland don't get it right. Picton, says Nathan. Now hanging on to it, Adrian choked, trying to get out of there. Hotham goes back across to Levi Moore. Tharaka Davida, it's a knock-on. And that could be the game. Auckland now with the counter-attack. Bryce Eam accelerating hard. Everyone's slipping and sliding. Who put the dishwashing liquid out on Eden Park? Now Salisi Rayasi goes for the kick behind. It's gone over. That's a massive mistake, because now Tasman have an opportunity for the line-out. Salisi Rayasi may have just cost the team the game, depending on the result. Also, I gone down for doing 50 in a 30 zone. In my defense, I was hammered.
So you only got caught speeding, not. That was lucky.
Going to McDonald now. But like I mentioned, Salisi Rayasi to go for a cross kick there rather than just playing it. Getting the phases together. Tavatava Nawai does very nicely there. Me too. I'm their informer. Says Spider-Meg now. Willie Havili trying to go through the defence. It's going to be Taufa-Funaki. There is still a chance for Tasman with 30 seconds left. Still hanging on. Dalzell. Not able to get the turnover. Chapman. Or in fact, it's Hotham this time. Gives it off to Tharika-Daveta. It's a fun name. Te Ahawaru to Tharika-Daveta.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Now, big tackle made by Gibson. Nankerville has to look for it here. And also, we have got the 30 seconds on the clock. Score 3. Come on. And I think at this stage, Tasman are going for more than the 3. Willie Havili goes off to a Tomasi Arosio. He starts to accelerate now. Tasman, one last crack. That's going to be a turnover, is it? No, it's the advantage to Tasman. And still a last-minute chance. Nankerville just jogging, trying to find the gap. Good pressure from Dalzell to rush up there. Gets back up to his feet. Wasn't held. Allowed to go again. It's been dropped. But they're going back for the penalty. You were going to catch that one, weren't you? You were asking for it. Hands. Tackles got a roll. And also we have got yeah. And now this is another chance for Tasman to try and close out this game with a win. This is about as close as this game could be. And it's the kind of game we were expecting, isn't it? An extremely close finish. We are currently sitting 81 minutes through. So as soon as there is any type of handling error without an advantage being played, the ball is kicked out, there's going to be the end of the game. But this one is not going to count as the end of the game for William Havili when he does put it into touch, as they did have the penalty. Gee, exciting, isn't it?
Exciting stuff.
Very exciting.
God, it's almost 6.
Can they just score 3, says Littlewick? I don't think they'll be going for the 3 here.
No,
I think they want to get themselves the win. If they get an advantage out in front, they may consider going back for it. And what's up with the green names? I like it, says Gareth. And then what's up with the green names? Oh, as in like Nathan? How he's green or not green? Stolen by Auckland. Taufa-Funaki gets on it. That's going to be a not rolling away penalty, I would think. Tasman fighting for every little bit of it. It's going to be kicked into touch. And Auckland win the game 30 points to 27. Can I tell you a secret, Mum?
What?
I got scared near the end of the game. So I put a cent on Tasman. When they were paying 7 cents, so pretty much I make nothing. But that's life, isn't it?
Auckland one.
Yeah, but because they were only paying the 2 cents. I seesawed. That's the worst thing to do.
You always do that.
And also Marco with the never die attitude, and also it was a great experience. Though I'm glad I came across you. And there it says Little Wick. And also, I should mention we've got another game coming up just around the corner. It is Hawke's Bay. They are going to be taking on Wellington. That is taking place in 30 minutes' time. It will be myself and it will be my mum who is here with me as well.
What, for the next one? Look at that tea and shit.
And also Auckland deserved. Marco WF. Were those last 10 minutes, says Scroll. And stay safe, says Little Wick. Same to you too, mate. Nonetheless, end of the game. 30 points to 27. A win's a win, and Auckland will take that one every day of the week.
I wanted Tasman to win.
We can't always get what we want.
True. I'll never back the winner.
And take care, people. See Sebastian. So, yeah, like I mentioned, we will be scheduling our next live stream in about, I'd say, 10 minutes time or so. And then from there, we will be straight into that matchup. And Wednesday Bay playing. They are going to be playing, I believe, tomorrow afternoon. They have got themselves their game up against, I want to say, Southland. Maybe. I'll see you, son. Says Chad. And also, I've only watched the latest episodes and I saw Mr. Frundles. And also, yes, the Ramfairley Shield match. So, yep, coming up very soon with Wellington versus Hawke's Bay. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated. And we will see you all for the next one.
Bye.